Okay, V6, which is the drill and jig assembly. It's an assembly. We've got the washer, then we've got the component, the locating pin, and that all fits inside the jig body. I'm going to start off by drawing, and I know it's a section, it's a sectional view along XX, so we've got part of it been cut out. You can see the sectional information is here, so it's cut out across the top there. Okay, so we're going to be losing basically slice right down the middle, but to be honest, when you're doing an assembly, the first thing to do really is do the assembly and then worry about the sectioning, because the shapes and everything are going to be pretty much the same. Okay, so I'm going to start off, the best way of doing this is starting off at the nut here, starting with the washer. Okay, so everything's going to be centred around the centre line here. Now it says here that the washer's 10 wide, it's got a diameter of 62. Okay, so I'm just going to measure 10 along the line, mark a point here, and then just going to project up from that. Project up from that. It's 62 in diameter, so that means that we're going to go up half of that, 31 on either side, so it goes up to there and then down to there. Okay, so just drawing the washer. As I said before, don't worry at this stage about hatching or anything like that, anything of the sort, because I'm really not worrying about that too much. I'm just going to knock off these wee lines at the top here. I wouldn't normally do that, but I'm just going to do it just now to keep it tidy. So next comes the component, and it's 66 on the outside of it, so we're going to go up 33. So I'll extend this line a wee bit. I should have just kept that line in, shouldn't I? So we're going to go up 33 here. That takes us to there, and then down 33 here. That takes us to there, and this extends back by, let's have a look, 85, so we're going back 85. Down there. Okay, so that's your basic shape, and then that's then pressing against the back of the jig body. Now I'll sort all that out in a minute. The inner part of this is 25, well, it's 15 total diameter, so mark a point 25, another point at 25 there. Okay, so that's the internals of that. There and there. You can also just building up the basic shape just now. So we've got the washer, then we've got the component, and then obviously on the inside of that we've got the locating pin as well, or a location pin. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw up the jig body just now. So it's 30 wide, it's 130 in total. Okay, so I'm going to go back 30, because the component's going to be resting against this. So we'll go back 30, which takes us to there. And you can probably see from the way that the rest of it's going to work that the drill bush, which is the bit that goes in there, it must, the top of it, there's the drill bush, or the drill bushes on here. The top of that is going to have to locate with the top of the jig body. Well, you can actually see it there, can't you? So this has to locate inside there. So I'm just going to extend this back forward a wee bit there, and then back to there. I don't think it tells you anywhere, but the component fits exactly inside the jig body. Okay, so where the component stops is where this stops. Okay, so it goes to that point there. Obviously that extends the same amount down the bottom because it's symmetrical, so I'm just going to measure this up with my compass, measure that distance. I know that it's 130, so I know that it's 65, but you know, there's no point in making extra work for yourself by having to measure things when you can just use your compass. Okay, so that extends here, then that comes down there and stops. Okay, so that's the basic shape of that bit. Okay, there is actually, it goes also to the bottom of the bush, so it should actually come like that, and then like that. Okay, so just to make that clear, and that obviously will extend a wee bit further down here as well, so extend that bit further down and just measure. Try and make that a bit clearer in a minute for you. So it extends to there, and that goes. So basically there is a bit of fresh air. So we just knock that out there, that line. There's a bit of fresh air in there between the two things. Okay, so I'm going to turn these lines in that I've got just now so you can see the shape a bit better, see what's going on. So, story so far. Okay, just firming the component as well. Oops. And then the washer. Okay, and that's that for now.